Other yellow hat guy here, and this might be my second or third time doing this video if I can talk, because I realized I just did 7 or 8 minutes. Only realized I wasn't recording it. That's a common thing on this channel. But what I want to get at today is where I've been, why I haven't been posting videos. And one thing I wanted to say is, I prided myself on saying, no matter who's watching, how many people or how many people are not watching, I was going to always make videos. And up until recently, I haven't really, held up to that part of the bargain. And for me personally, it was like, why do I like making these videos? I like seeing where I've been and, give a good indication of where I may be trying to go. And, I feel like somebody somewhere is going to see this and they're going to watch it and hopefully enjoy it. And there's been a lot of things going on with YouTube, a lot of changes. And I'm going to get to that later on. But for those of you who are YouTubers, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the adpocalypse and, this Logan Paul guy just pretty much setting things into kind of a dark age, if you will, for some of us creators. So a lot of that kind of demotivated me, but I'm going to touch on that later. So I'm kind of splitting that out into multiple videos on this channel. There's also one on my on Facebook on the Pokemon Go channel, or excuse me, Pokemon Go Facebook page. I handle that, and I recently put a video up there and kind of touched on some things that are unrelated to my actual main channel, but related in the sense of me doing this all in one take. So, how are you guys? Hopefully all of you guys are doing well. Miss you guys, miss making videos. For those of you who don't know, I'm here in my house. Yeah, you may have seen some unboxing videos or unbox things. You're like, where is this guy? I'm in my house. I'm proud. Shout out to Boogie2988. You inspired me to do some of these storytime videos. So, for those listening and those around, millions at home. Anyway, this is like a rambling series, my storytime series, vlog series, whatever you want to call it. Storytime, what happened? Well, what happened was I had some car issues. I've got an '06 Altima, and hopefully I'm a little less rambly this time than I was previously recording. I got to a really good spot and realized you're not recording. So I am the other yellow hat guy for you new guys. Hence the hat. That's the name of the channel. I had some car problems last year. I hit a deer. Or if you're Jake from State Farm and watching this, the deer hit me. Just had LASIK surgery, and that's probably why the incident happened. Or the deer still hit me anyway. Yeah. Had that incident, and I think that was the genesis of the problem. The problem was I got a blown head gasket. What's a blown head gasket? Blown head gasket is usually the death nail for a car. And it's a very expensive fix, but it's a little, I can't even say it's insignificant, but it's a simple part. It's almost like a baking sheet, a thin metallic sheet that's got cutouts in it for the cylinders in your vehicle. So for those of you who aren't car savvy, look some of this up. Excuse me, I'm not a mechanic, but I had to learn some of this the hard way. You got a 4-cylinder engine. Well, you've got a metallic sheet that's got 4 holes in it. What those holes do is they separate fluids from mixing. Your coolant and your oil cannot mix. If they mix, your car will have trouble starting because your spark plugs will not be able to ignite properly, if not at all. In my case, not at all. I was igniting for a little bit and I just stalled out. Sometimes I'd be driving in the middle somewhere and just cut out. That's all she wrote. The problem manifested itself way later, though. So let's continue to go back. I hit the deer, right? No problem whatsoever other than fixing $4,000 worth of damage. You just pay off your car. You change your insurance from full coverage to liability only because you're stupid like I was. Or you're trying to save money. And, Murphy's Law kicks in. Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm music comes on. And you end up having to spend what you save by switching insurance. and you have to fix up your vehicle. Now, I've got friends in low places. Garth Brooks isn't the only one. And we went to some junkyards and got the parts, fixed up my car. Everything was A-okay. Flash forward to January this year, and if you live in North Carolina like I do, you experienced a very cold winter where it was like 13 degrees second week of January. And just having a new roommate move in, forgot that the furthest room in my house is actually the guest bathroom, which the roommate would use. Not going in that bathroom did not let the faucet trickle. A little fun fact, you should let your faucet trickle overnight in the winter when it's cold, just enough to drip so that the pipe doesn't freeze. Why? Because your hot air or your hot water freezes faster than your cold water. It's a thing. Didn't do that, the pipe froze. So in addition to the car problems I'm telling you about, I also had $400 worth of plumbing to be done, Where was Mario when I needed him? That said, the head gasket manifested itself when it was so cold I tried to run my heat. Now, I've been all over the country and had my heat working, but one of the signs of a blown head gasket is your heat going out. So think of a head gasket kind of like a bypass surgery, needing that. You're like, hey, it sounds like AIDS, because you've got all these different symptoms and you don't know what it is. It could be, oh, your battery's not working, which was, you could have attributed that to mine. But let's back up a little bit more again. Heat was fading out, and I just attribute that to, hey, I wasn't driving far enough. Car is old. It's an '06. You just need to drive a little bit longer for the heat to manifest itself. I'd drive somewhere 10 minutes, and the heat would come on right when I get to my destination. Didn't really think anything of it. My car's working. Who cares? Ignition coils had some issues, but didn't attribute that to a head gasket. But lo and behold, it can be. And again, you've got those cylinders, those ignition coils give spark to the spark plugs. They all sit in there, but I digress. The car was a big thing. I rely on my car for a lot. I live in a smaller town, and when I want to get out and, just have that freedom, you rely on your car. So not being able to do that, not being able to travel, not being able to, get out for, other jobs and dates and whatever, just, your personal life, it can be depressing. And wintertime is not very good on YouTube either. It just wasn't a fun time for me. Even though I was born in the winter, don't really like the winter. Okay, so this video is going on too long, and I said I would split it up. But long and short, the car problem set me back. Patriots losing the Super Bowl set me back a lot of money. The plumbing set me back. I had an aunt pass away, and all that was happening at the same time. You just add up, the price of the head gasket being replaced, $1,500. For this $30 piece of metal, it's $1,500 because, it's sandwiched in between the engine. You've got your top half of the engine and your bottom half. And in between that is the head gasket, which governs the fluid from or the coolant going one way to cool the engine and not mixing in the oil, which is the blood of the engine. So that being said, I didn't want to do that. Why? I got an older vehicle. That older vehicle was not worth the $1,000 to trade in. It wasn't worth the $1,500 to replace the car or replace the head gasket, knowing it had over 180,000 miles on it. Just not worth it. You just put that $1,500 in another vehicle. Didn't want to do that either. Not when you could get a newer engine for that price. You just may have to spend another $1,500 to have the labor done, but I'd rather go that route than just to put a car on life support. And replacing a head gasket, unless it's a newer car, that's pretty much what you're doing. It's like, you're 80-something years old and you're getting breast implants. Maybe not the best analogy, but that's what I got. So I dealt with all that. I got really depressed. You have the adpocalypse stuff going on. Like I said, I'll get into another video. but I just didn't have the motivation to make videos. I was hoping that this funk would just go away. You want to know what it's like? It's like, you ever play Mario 3? Some of you younger guys may not. Some of you older heads. Mario 3, you've got that winged Goomba, you know, and the, I don't have a Goomba over here. The Goomba would have, I do, I'm just too lazy to reach it. The Goomba would have these little Goombas, and if they got on you, it kept you from running, it kept you from jumping. It just, that's what it felt like being depressed. The stuff that you were used to doing and enjoyed, you just couldn't really do as well. You didn't feel anything, and I just wasn't feeling it. You've seen me over the past year just really do PS4 videos because, you know, I don't need a capture card. It's built in the PS4. I miss doing Mario hacks and Let's Plays. Maybe one day I'll do that again, but I felt like I needed to do some kind of vlog thing. YouTube's changing. And where I'm going to pick up with this next video is talking about YouTube more in general, and but I wanted to stick to where I've been and the depression in this video. So that's where I've been, guys. I'm back. I'm going to make videos again. I recently got some motivation again, and that's a funny story in itself. I shared that on Facebook, but I will share it here. I'm going to get into Facebook too. So much has happened in the past couple of months, and more recently where I could coherently tell it, if you can call this coherent, because trust me, my brain is like a Google Chrome browser that's got like 32 tabs open. There's so many different thoughts and webs, and I've got to put things together. Again, I don't script videos. That's probably why I'm not on YouTube, the front list or whatever. But I had to do a little thing here just to get this together. So if you've been depressed and battling with things, I'm rooting for you to get through it. Just give it time. Just stay around loved ones. Just kind of stay positive. Shout out to Peanut Butter Gamer and Space Hamster. Your videos, you know, they helped me out when things were getting dark. Again, Boogie, thank you for your videos. Also, you know, AVGN. So many people, Seamus, SSOH, we're still hoping that you come back and help us with your Let's Plays, and we miss your witty banter. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to this next video. You're going to see me wearing the same outfit because these are kind of going to go together. So thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You'll find out why in the next video, why I really need you to do that now more than ever. Share with a friend, make dummy accounts, do whatever you got to do. I really need your help, and you'll see why in the next video. Thank you.